What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. I was really loud, right?
Yeah.
This is episode 41.
Yes.
41. I am one half of the Bromance B, and I am joined by a couple folks today. Couple folks today. To my left, I have the very popular melanin glowing, microphone toting, skin glowing, the second most beautiful man on planet Earth, right after my pappy, Keith.
Hi, guys. Hi, B. Hi, Jade. Hi, Claudia.
Hey.
And then over there, we have the very popular, very Instagrammable, Miss IG her damn self, Claudia.
What's going on, everyone?
And then hiding in the deep depths of the Pushing Buttons studio. We have a very good friend of ours, friend of the show, / photographer / zodiac horoscope expert, Jade.
What's up?
So Jade will be joining us for a portion of this podcast to
Hello.
talk, or maybe for the whole. I don't know how she feels. Maybe she can join us for the whole thing if she wants.
You want to
It's up
chime
to
in?
her.
You can keep the mic.
Yeah. So, before we go around the room and see how everybody is doing, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. And we're on YouTube, so go subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. It does something. I don't know what. We don't know what. It does something. Just
It does a
subscribe.
lot.
Yeah, just subscribe. Go do whatever you do on the YouTubes and Instagrams. So we'll go around the room, see how everybody's doing, and we'll start with Keith. And Keith, how you be?
I'm okay. I'm good. I got the first shot of the vaccine Tuesday.
Ooh.
You sicko.
I thought that's a good thing.
Yeah,
You got it.
I got it already.
See ya.
I'm good. I'm actually the oldest one here that has had it, so it'll be out first for me.
But you work
Yeah.
mostly with people that
we're
you
sick.
come in contact
We're
with.
sicko mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
was late on it.
I'm glad you're doing well, Keith. Claudia, how you be?
Good. I'm good.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right, you've been uppity in these. I've been watching like back on the videos and stuff. You're a really happy person lately.
Yeah.
Jade, keep it up.
Say that actually. I know.
And then Jade, how you be?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
It's good to have you back on.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
It's always awesome to have. We're supposed to have another guest. You owe us, by the way. I'm gonna say if she's listening. I don't know if she listens or not. But if she is, you were supposed to be on. You weren't. But we got Jade, so Jade's just as great. So I don't want to minimize Jade's greatness.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So yeah, and myself, I'm doing fantastic. A little tired. It's a lot going on. There's a mixture of emotions. I'm doing well though. There's a lot of shit going on. I do want to say before we go on any further with the episode, just so that we don't come off as fucking assholes and like we don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, I do want to say rest in peace to, what was it, Dante, right?
Yeah.
Correct? That's the name of the person? Dante, right?
Yeah.
And then rest in peace, Adam Toledo. Victims of police murders again. They're, you can call it murders. It was murders. So those people are unfortunately not here anymore. They were another bunch of the people that have been getting killed by police lately. So it's fucked up, man. We need to stop. I don't have the energy to come on this podcast every fucking week to talk about this shit. Cops, stop killing people. Simple as that. So let's move on to happier pastors and happier areas. I'm supposed to have the topic this week, right?
Yep.
Just go with.
Yeah, we'll go with Jade's. We'll add Jade's thing in here. So yeah, that'll be my topic. So and then you'll be our expert in it. So before we got on this episode, we were talking about horoscopes and zodiac signs. We did not know there was a difference. I did not know there was a difference. Keith didn't know there was a difference. Claudia apparently did not know there was a difference, and she lives with this person or is with her most of the time. So not that you should know, but still strange. How often do you guys talk about that, by the way?
Oh, I mean, we're defined by our signs. She talks
Yeah.
about how much of a Libra she is, and
But we've never really gotten into the definition between a horoscope and a zodiac.
yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I kind of thought it was like a given. To be honest,
So we're stupid.
We're stupid.
no,
stupid
because
people.
it's like again, like if you read the newspapers or you like look up apps or you like download apps, you're looking for your horoscope, not for your zodiac sign.
What if I'm looking for both?
Like the apps are called horoscope, you know, it's not like signs, zodiac signs. It's just like horoscopes.
So since Jade's our expert, right? Mm-hmm. I want to get a reading on all of us here.
You're gonna put me on the spot now.
Yeah. I'm sure you know enough, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right, see, there you go.
do.
So I'm doing the right thing. I don't want to put you on the spot and you're like,
No. I'm good.
you're a Libra because. You know, like I'm assuming, yeah. I'm assuming you know why. So let's see. I'm a Libra.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, you're a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Claudia, you're a Libra.
Yes.
Jade,
I'm a Pisces.
you're a Pisces. All right, so let's start with you.
Oh, with me.
Describe a Pisces to me.
A very sensitive human that we're actually we're the last sign of the zodiac. So we actually have a trait or two from each other zodiac because we are the last one. We are psychic people. We kind of see things before they happen. We're very dedicated and we can be stalkish like. We're creepy sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're creepy sometimes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
When is that Pisces?
Pisces is February 20th to March 20th.
How did that become the last? I'm curious.
Because Aries is the first. I don't know how it became, but Aries is like the very first zodiac, and then Pisces is the last.
Aries is when?
Aries is April 20th.
Okay. So it's 12 signs.
Sorry, it ends April 20th. Taurus starts then, but it starts March 20th.
Okay.
Aries.
Isn't it 12 signs? Since it's
12 signs.
12 months. Okay, cool.
All right. And so me.
Libra.
Yeah, what do they say about Libras? And Claudia.
Well, okay, so there's difference. Well, do you want me to go based off the sign or the gender? Because there's feminine and masculine.
Really?
For each one?
Yes.
Really?
So the one you just described for Pisces is what?
For a woman?
I'm a feminine.
So what about the
that's the
man?
one you described for feminine.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because I don't know what you're, you know what I'm
Libras are
saying?
masculine. They're masculine. Leos, I think, are masculine too. Leos are masculine. So do you want the sign or do you want the masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
Okay, so masculine Libras, they're actually, they trust really easily, but then at the same time, you have to gain their trust. They really like to storytell with a lot of details. They're more of a detail-oriented person. They're very bright people. They're probably actually one of the smartest people in the class, and they know a lot of
Got that
things.
third eye,
And they
boy.
have fun, weird facts. But they can get caught up in their imagination, and they can lie a lot too. They're very good with lying because they're just so convincing. They can be a little bit manipulative.
Can you see that beat, can you?
There's kind of two sides to them because they got to weigh out the pros and cons. One day it's a con day, one day it's a pro day.
Hey.
But overall they're pretty good people. They seem to be like loyalish citizens, but not all the time.
Liars, huh?
And it depends on the month too. When I say month, like there's different stages of the zodiac sign. There's the beginning stage, there's the middle stage, and there's the end stage. So each stage is a different. Like Claudia, she is a Virgo too. She's a cusp. She was born on a Libra, but she has Virgo tendencies. But she's the early stages of a Libra. You, I think, are middle. Are you
17.
middle?
Is it
The
the middle?
17th?
Is it the middle or the end?
You're the end. You're the end, and then are you the end too? I'm good with birthdays.
12.
Okay, so you're the middle. You're a middle-ish end, yeah. So everybody has like a different
Okay, so Claudia.
stage. Hello. female Libras are pretty much the life of the party. They seem very mystical, and they're very good with expressing things, not with words, but through different actions and different techniques that they kind of are accustomed to. They really like to give. Giving is something that they feel like they have to do in order to express themselves. But they also are psychic as well. Female Libras, they always like to be dominant. They always want to be in the right, and they never want to see like other people's sides. It's always their side of the highway.
Sounds about right.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, am I right?
Look, he just pointed at me.
Leos. You are hard-headed motherfuckers.
You are hard-headed.
Every male Libra I've met is very, very
Leo.
hard-headed. Not saying you are, but saying since
Leo.
it's a commonality of Leo, it's a commonality of the trait from Leo. So they're dedicated to. They don't like commitments. They don't like really being committed. There's some people that do like. What are you looking at me like that for?
What?
They don't like commitments, but they like
Really?
but they like committing if it feels right. They don't just like committing in general.
Gotcha.
Yes, and they're cocky too.
That makes sense.
They're very cocky.
You're a cocky person, I would
Yeah.
say.
Am I? Really?
He's
Condescending.
Like a low,
Male
Yeah, low-key
male
condescending
Leos are
cocky.
very cocky
Yeah,
people.
he's low-key.
But it's okay to be cocky because you're confident, yeah?
Yeah. Have you seen the way Keith dresses?
They have to
Oh my
be
God.
right as well. They're kind of like, in a way, a Libra. In a different way, in a different light. They like to kind of stay hidden, or they like to be the star of the show. They don't like being in that in-between.
Okay.
And they're kind of detail-oriented, but they're not really. But they're always fun.
That's good.
Good.
Okay. All right. That was a nice little reading for everybody.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was spot on, I think. I would say. Almost.
Yeah.
That's the most
about, yeah.
accurate one, probably. I would say the one you're describing me, except I don't lie.
Yeah, right.
No. But,
Not a very
but if
good
you
liar.
were, you'd probably be a good liar.
Probably be a good liar.
Yeah. Like, you could probably convince the room right now, if we were all blindfolded, that this room is black.
Nice.
You'd be like, yo.
I believe we can
nice
do
in
that.
Here, and
Yeah.
I am pretty convincing.
dark.
Yeah.
When I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So maybe you're right. It's a little
With
lies,
your
white
little
lies.
cotton farm thing, right?
Yeah. With the cotton thing, you know. Yeah, the cotton thing. Same thing. you know?
Right.
So I don't know. And we're back. So that was really good. I like that. That was
you very much.
thanks, Jade. Thanks.
Thanks.
You know. Yeah, and if anybody wants to call in and get their horoscope read, you know where to call.
Right.
Maybe you don't. We're gonna move along. That was my topic, by the way. Yeah. My idea to have Jade on here. I'm gonna take credit for it, guys.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
My idea to have Jade on here. It's always my idea to have Jade on here. So
Appreciate the love.
yeah.
He's like, okay.
Look. Give me my flowers, damn it. I don't want them when I'm dead.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna move along, right? That was great. But let me see. Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about. See, this is why I like this podcast, because nothing's ever fucking written in stone. We just kind of fucking wing it. But we don't tell you guys that. And you don't know that for a fact. So we want to talk today about remote learning. Oh no, remote working.
Good God.
Remote learning.
See? It's not scripted. Remote working. I wrote remote dying earlier. Now it's remote learning. Now it's remote working. So we want to talk about remote working, right? And just Claudia, you did remote working, right?
I'm doing remote work.
You're still doing
You're still
remote
doing it?
working.
Yeah.
How often?
So I go into the office twice a week,
And the other days you're at home.
and the other days I'm at home. Yeah.
How do you like it?
I like it. I mean, I don't mind working from home at first. So it was an interesting transition. So at first I was like, ooh, okay, awesome. Like I get to stay home. And then with doing my job, I'm not going to lie, it became harder, especially with providing clients with services. It's like, how do I do this? How do I track down my clients? Because a lot of times they're like, I don't need to answer the phone. But then I got the hang of it. And when they started to increase our days to 2 days, I was like, perfect. Like, this is great. And now they're going to increase it to 3. And we're all kind of like, crap, now we have to get used to this new schedule. And it's so, because it's been a year. Yeah. It's been a year of this. So you get used to it and you get comfortable with it. And as much as I tell myself, like, you know what, if it wasn't for this situation, you'd be in the office for 5 days. At the end of the day, that's your job. You got to go back whenever they tell you that you got to go back. But yeah, it takes time. But personally, once I got the hang of it, it wasn't too bad. And then once things started to open up, because it was a true struggle when all the agencies, social service agencies closed down, and it took a toll on my work for my clients. A lot of things were just on halt. So that was frustrating. But right now, I feel confident. I feel confident with the job I'm doing.
Okay. The mic's on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You can hear it? Everybody can hear it?
I can hear it.
All right, cool. Everybody. It's just 2 people. So, I don't know. I don't think I can do it. Maybe because I don't have a job that would entail that. And so I wouldn't understand it even if... But I just wouldn't be able to do it. First of all, I have a attention span of a 2-year-old. Like, everything distracts me. So to be working from home would be a distraction, essentially.
So you're saying you can work on a laptop all day?
No. I already hate the idea of having to sit in front of a computer to try to, like, learn, you know? Because they try to have these things where they, like, teach you through a laptop. I'm not made for that. I'm trying to learn from a fucking laptop. There's too many things going on around me that I'm just like, fuck this laptop, you know? So it doesn't work for me. It also doesn't work for me if I were to work from home. My attention span just isn't there for it. And I don't know how people can do it. Now I see people are trying to come back, and some people aren't ever going to come back. Like, they've built a whole department around remote working. I can't do it. Would you be able to do it, Jade?
Hell no. I can't even work out at home.
No?
Hell no. I can't.
So you wouldn't be able to do the lashes thing at your house?
Okay. Yes. Because the thing is that I have all my utensils and tools, but working from home like a 9 to 5 or what Claudia does for her work,
you wouldn't be able to.
I can't.
No.
I'm happy she's going back 3 days a week. I'm like, it's about damn time.
That's how I feel. I don't know.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. I think it's made people lazier.
Yeah.
In a sense. I think people don't, not you, Claudia, because I know you're a hard worker. You're a hard worker, but I'm saying some of the folks that I know just don't want to go back. And it's like, and now it's becoming a problem, right? Because a lot of the things that were supposed to be done in an office and were given to people to do from home weren't done. And now the people that were there throughout the whole pandemic are doing work that was left for people who were at home.
See, that's not right. To me, it's like, for me, when I'm at home, it's my at-home days. It's honestly like, call my participants, case note that. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, there are, out of those 3 days that I'm at home, there's probably going to be 2 days where I'm just there chilling, watching TV next to my laptop, waiting for something to happen because I've done my work. So I can't do stuff, if you know what I'm saying. And sometimes they do say, you know, take trainings, but there's only so many trainings I'm going to take. And so when you're in the office, that's the moment when you need to catch up with files. Like, for me, office days is just strictly files. And I know there's a lot of people that have definitely just chilled and at home, and they're just chilling. And then when they're in the office, then they're like, crap, I have to catch up with all of this. I'm like, what were you doing? You still need to work when you're at home. Like, I understand it could be very distracting. Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. Ever since my sister started class, it's been so much more easier because I see her sitting there. I'm like, this is a great encouragement. And especially because she doesn't come into my room and she starts just like talking. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At first, it's definitely not easy to concentrate, but you definitely do need to have a schedule around it.
Yeah.
And when you do have a schedule around it, I mean, it's not that bad to do. And it's the same thing in the office. Sometimes I'm in the office and I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting there like, what's next? You know, you're not gonna be working the entire time because that's not what the job entails.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about you, Keith? Would you be able?
No.
Like, obviously, you don't have a job that you're able to
I
do
couldn't
from
do it
home.
anyway.
But would you be able to do it?
Not at all.
Why not?
I can't sit in front of a computer for 8 hours a day. That's
You
just way
can't.
too long. No. I wouldn't. Again, I don't have the attention. I would get tired. I just wouldn't.
You can go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
You can go to sleep.
yeah. I have to be active.
You too, Jay?
Same.
Yeah, I have to be active. Not saying that I'll do all active jobs. Like I can't like be a bagger or something. That's boring. I can't do that.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I just have to be active
Like
doing
physical.
something. Yeah,
Okay, would you work at UPS?
like
Like putting this stuff into the trucks,
oh yeah,
the boxes,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't get tired of that?
Like a package
No.
handler.
Like what I was, yeah.
nope. I wouldn't get
you
tired
were
of
doing
that.
that?
Yes, I lasted
yeah,
3
my-
days at UPS.
And
It
then
was
you were like,
terrible. It was like 4:00 in the morning to like 8 or 9.
what?
It sucked.
Yeah, and sometimes that
Like 8
stuff is
o'clock at
hard.
night?
No, in the morning.
Oh, so you were there like early morning
I was
time.
getting up at 3:30.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 3:30 in the morning.
Part time.
Part time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just for
to
health
load the
insurance.
package.
And you didn't like it?
Started
Was it
to cry
hard?
on the job? That's how you know it's not for you.
Yeah, when
I
you start to
know.
cry, that's it. That's a wrap.
Was it hard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So many numbers because there'd be hundreds
Just keep
of
going.
packages just coming through.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
it's insine.
You're saying that now that you're mentioning UPS and like FedEx and those people, they deliver to our facilities, right? And we had a conversation with one of the drivers. Their workload is insane now, like because of COVID. They said that the guy said that they went from 200 packages to like 1,000 packages a day,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're not allowed to go home without finishing that.
delivering the route.
That's why sometimes they deliver. Like, I think I've seen UPS trucks at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. around the block delivering still things.
That's
I'm like, that's
Really?
insane.
crazy.
Right.
That's fucked up.
When I worked there, they were like, you have 3 cars, and sometimes you have 4 or 5, and they'd be up to almost 1,000 packages per car that you'd have to get done before you left. Like max, at least 1,000. I
That's-
get some that's like maybe 100, 300, 400, but like people that were experienced, they were getting like multiple cars with putting those packages on. Heavy, like
Yeah,
TV
yeah, people.
stuff.
Yeah, there's some stuff
Like,
be
they're
heavy
not
too.
light.
My dad used to work. He didn't like
You have
it.
to organize them in a car. Like,
it was hard. He worked with you hard, and they don't pay you like
They don't pay you enough.
not enough to do that probably.
Yeah.
I give them props.
Yeah, see, I worked at a shipping, like in shipping and receiving thing, and that shit sucks. So I can only imagine having to deliver shit to people, like being the actual delivery person to go, because the shipping and
Good, I think,
the
though.
shipping and handling sucked balls. Like it was horrible. It was the worst thing ever. You're constantly carrying shit. You're fucking your hands up trying to break down, because we were building the pallets, like the things, those
Yeah,
big
you
square
shrink wrap 'em?
thingies. Those were, yeah, we were wrapping them and shit, and then we had to pick it up with a dolly
Yeah, yeah,
thing
a
and
pallet
then take
jack.
it to something and move it, and then
They're
somebody's
heavy?
coming.
Damn.
Yeah, somebody's coming back with a fucking big ass truck, dumping some other shit that you got to take out of the truck. Like it was just a lot of shit. So I can only imagine trying to like pick up our TVs or some shit that we get delivered.
Like my parents, I know that they worked at like a factory doing that, and I think that the one good thing that came out of that is that they're experts at taping.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, damn, like they can tape things like
Like
in a
that,
heartbeat.
If anybody deserves remote work, it is those people.
For real.
Jeez, fuck. Like, I can't do it though. Remote working sucks, and it's made you fuckers lazy. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
They've just made them. It's made them lazier. We've gotten lazier as a society now.
Totally.
No, and something funny. I don't care if you're listening. I don't care. But there at work, you know, we're going back for 3 days, and people were saying the days that they would prefer. I'm like, I literally looked at my supervisor. I'm like, I don't care. like I have to work regardless, you know, like
Right?
I don't
like,
care.
Sometimes people we had like we got the leverage. Like to be
Yeah.
like leveraging like I want to do these days and I'm not doing those days. Like no, motherfucker, they're not here to accommodate you.
Exactly. You would still have to work 5 days a week if COVID wasn't happening.
Yeah.
That's insane. You know what's
Yeah.
you know what's funny about that? There was people. I'm not gonna say where. There was people that I knew that wanted to work. That were getting their hours reduced during COVID, and they threw a meltdown. Like they threw a fit. They were having a meltdown at work. They were like, I don't want my hours good. I don't want to work less because they didn't need that many people. Right? There was less people in the building.
Right.
And so people were getting their hours reduced, and there was no like replacing those days. And so then they were pissed the fuck off, right? Like fast forward to 2-3 weeks later, where they're like, okay, well, since you guys want to bitch and complain, we're gonna need people to come in, right? And so they were asking people to do like crazy fucking hours, work crazy ass like days in a row, and they were all complaining about it. I said, you guys were just complaining about not having your job, and now they're giving you work, and you're like,
And it's too much now.
and it's too much work, and now I don't want to work. Like that's not how it works, you know? It's,
Be on some shit.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. We've gotten lazier, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you can never win.
No, you can't. Like if you,
You're
I've
doomed
sat
if you
here.
do, you're doomed if you don't.
Yeah. And then like I've seen like people complain about like pay. Then they get paid more. Then they complain about something else. And then it's like not enough pay. Like I need more
Yeah,
now.
we kind of talked about this, right?
Yeah. It's like the never ending.
Like minimum wage will never satisfy everybody, right?
No.
Minimum wage could be $25. People are like, well, why is it not 30? What?
I don't think.
I don't
so.
think people would be happy.
I think
So
that.
many people at McDonald's.
The thing is
again,
that as it
I'd be
goes
so
up,
thankful.
life goes up too.
Yeah,
like rent
expensive
and-
living, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just that. Like if you give it 25 at a certain point, it's a momentary, like a moment,
See-
like a moment of happiness, and then it goes away, and then
Right,
6-7 weeks later, you're like, I want more money now.
All I'm saying is agencies. I know that the city of Chicago is raising these wonderful minimum wages, and I'm happy for that. But come on now, salary people, man. Like
You complain about salary people.
how much I get paid is literally not that far from what someone at McDonald's is getting paid.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. But like,
And it's I understand the field, but
your
come on
field,
now.
yeah, your field
My
should be
field
getting
fucks us over pretty bad. Like if you don't have a master's degree,
I
no one getting-
I could agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that. You should be making more money in that field. They get fucked. Like the amount of like emotional, like mentally how draining that stuff is. I don't think they get enough credit. I don't think I've sat here and said that before. It's real shitty, but maybe they'll fix it.
But then again, a lot of people go to McDonald's. So what are you?
so you're sending me to McDonald's.
No, I'm just saying it's a lot of McDonald's around. People like to eat it. That's more jobs. I can pay you more. I make more money.
What's gonna end up happening? This is what's gonna end up happening, Keith. This is gonna be a simple solution to all this shit.
What?
They're gonna be like, you know what? We'll give you your $20 an hour, right? But guess what? Fucking Bob isn't gonna be working with you. Jeff isn't gonna be working with you. Sarah's not gonna be working with you. They're all gonna go home. And it's just gonna be you and some fucking machines. And then nobody's getting paid a lot, but you're still getting your $25 an hour.
Have you seen the McDonald's where somebody is taking your order and it's a robot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a robot.
You know, literally during this pandemic, they were literally thinking of ways to not open back up. To just have strictly, they made more money through drive-through and like all that other bullshit that they just don't want to deal with inside people.
And even with being inside, they now have the big screens where you could just order through
yourself.
there. So essentially, it's gonna come to a point, like you said, where it's just going to be the person delivering the food.
Everything is you can do it on an app. You don't have to go.
Right, because now they even have the app.
Yeah, app drive and go. Somebody come out to your car and bring it to you. You just go to the drive-thru and tell them what your order was.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna get fucked up out here, man. We're gonna lose our jobs to robots.
Man, if I lose my job to robots, like crazy.
I'm trying to think how
What
far
are you gonna
along.
say, Jay?
How far along?
Yeah, actually, when I worked at a hospital, we had tugs that were robots that delivered the carts to us from the basement where we were from for the food services.
Damn.
They come up with the cart and they talk and they beep and they're, getting situated, and then they'd lower the cart and we'd have to open it, take the card off and put a new one on, and the tug, the robot, would be on its way, delivering our dirty trays to the basement
That's
in a
insane.
hospital.
Damn.
So imagine that shit. We're gonna lose our
It'd
jobs,
be about
man.
10 minutes.
That's cool.
10, 12 minutes it'd take the tugs to get
They don't give a fuck about the duration. They just want to know if they're doing a job, and that's essentially, I think, what ends up boiling down to. Like, people just want shit done. They don't care if it's a robot, a human, a child.
But would you rather want warm or cold food? If it's gonna take
At a hospital,
longer,
it tastes like shit. Either way, cold or hot.
Oh my god.
I'd say differently.
Really?
Yeah. I heard both. I heard both.
Yeah, food's shitty there. They tricked me once. I have a vendetta against hospital food.
Ours was pretty different though.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I was even obsessed with it.
Oh wow.
But I'm also obsessed with it.
So different hospitals got different food?
I do believe that.
They had better tasting food, I thought.
I do believe that depending on what kind of hospital you go to, most definitely
None of the hospitals I've been to, none of them. I've been to a
This was out
lot.
in the burbs.
Oh, I went to Northwestern, shitty. Swedish, shitty. Masonic, shitty.
Really? Swedish?
Shitty food.
Oh.
All shitty food. The fucking Masonic one was the worst because they were like, yo, you want chicken soup? I was like, hell yeah, I want chicken soup. Keep in mind, I hadn't eaten like real food for a while because I was in the hospital for some stomach shit. And they were like, yeah, you can feed you some chicken noodle soup and stuff like that. I was like, fantastic. I love chicken. I love noodles. They brought the food up and it was just broth.
Chicken broth, right?
Yeah, chicken butter.
Damn, no chicken in it, no noodles. They lied to you.
Yep. I was like, fuck you assholes. It tastes like fucking water. It looks like they dipped the chicken and all the chicken soup stuff in it and then took it out. And they were like, here's your chicken soup.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. And then nowhere else it was really good. I ate it because, like, at places you eat it. At the hospital I worked at, that was shitty food too. But sometimes I ate it because I was hungry. Or just was like, man, I'm going to eat this shit because it's what's here right now and I don't feel like buying or bringing lunch. So it'd be like a burger or some shit, Yeah. Tasteless ass burger, but add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
Did you guys have diets stuff for the patients?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a bunch of different shit. None of it was good. But I don't know. It's different.
It's like school food.
Worse.
It's not good, but you just gotta eat it.
Yeah. We were talking about chicken sandwiches at work the other day. The chicken sandwiches from school. Those are fire.
They were good.
Oh yeah.
Chicken, pollo chicken.
Yeah. Jay's like, no,
What,
never
school
had it.
food?
Never had it.
Really? Well, my
What did you have at your school?
I don't know what we had, but I'd always have chocolate milk.
Oh, nice. Chocolate milk to destroy your insides with pizza and nachos.
I
or
would never
something.
have vanilla, just pure chocolate. Chocolate milk.
well, school food was different. I had it at different places.
Yeah, you were at a nice school.
Bougie.
Where did you
It,
go?
it wasn't the greatest in Chicago, but okay.
No.
Indiana was the best. No,
Yeah.
no, Michigan was the best.
Oh, okay. Michigan.
Fancy.
Look at him.
Indiana was second, and Chicago was the worst.
This is where the bouginess comes from.
Yeah.
It was a public school. I mean,
What were you having in Michigan? Lasagna, spaghetti.
Lobster.
Over here, Keith.
what? No, we was having basic food, but it was like upgraded. It wasn't like it didn't look terrible.
Okay.
Looked like a burger from like a burger
Yeah.
place. Didn't look like a burger from the back
Yeah,
of
then,
the freezer somewhere.
yeah, it didn't look like it was unfrozen and heated up.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, ours was shit. Food was shit. Schools was shit. I went to a fucking suburban school when I worked there, and I was like, man, I missed out. I was like, this school looks so much cooler than mine.
Yeah, you realize the public schools aren't that great, right?
Fucking, that's a public school, the one in the suburbs.
Yeah, but again, but public in Chicago is different than public in Wilmette.
Definitely.
I was like, man, that's awesome. You guys got to eat outside, like in the hallways.
I went
Yeah.
to Jade's
Go to
freaking high
McDonald's?
school once, and her lunchroom, our lunchroom looked like a prison.
Compared to
It
the other
was
ones.
so open and like stairway. I was like, oh my god.
They don't know, Jay.
There's fucking balconies
CPS
and
really,
shit.
CPS is really screwing them over heavy.
It depended because that was the junior and senior.
They had
Oh, y'all were
And freshman
divided.
and sophomore.
Oh damn.
And that
okay.
was like a cafeteria.
It's still nice.
That was the Commons. It was called the Commons.
Still nice. We
school-
didn't have a commons.
No, we had Gen Pop. The school that I worked at, they didn't even have the freshmen in the same building. The freshmen and sophomores were in a completely different building.
Underclassmen.
Yeah, they were like in a different building. Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you in a completely different building? That's insane.
Yeah, that's weird.
They got like fucking 7 teams of each sport. Like,
You realize
they got
you're
a baseball A and a baseball B.
so you're screwed over going to CPS.
Would they throw pennies at the freshmen at your guys' school?
I was hanging out with the gangbangers, so.
Oh, okay.
Not. I know it happens in CPS, but not where I was. In Indiana.
I mean,
it didn't happen
it
like
happened.
that.
No. Okay.
No.
That's a thing, though.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't get it thrown at me, but I know people were throwing it.
I was hanging out with the gangbangers, so they didn't bother
So
me
you
at
was
all.
good. It wasn't pennies.
Were you
It was
really?
I
gunshots.
didn't know I was hanging out with the gangbangers.
Right.
He didn't know you were hanging out with the gangbang.
I was like, these guys look cool. They're playing cards. I want to watch.
Not any cards.
And then they're like, yo, you're hanging out with gangbangers at the lunch table. I was like, no. They're like, yeah. I was like, that makes sense. That's why
Cards.
nobody was throwing anything at me. I was like cool with all of them.
No, because if they did, they know.
They're probably like, this guy's gonna get only.
Right.
They're probably like, no, we're definitely not messing with that group over there. So I don't know, but let's move on. We've been on this topic. I don't even know how long we've been on it. We don't even have a timer, but we'll wing it. We wanted to talk about relationship comfortability. So just how comfortable is too comfortable in relationships? When are we comfortable? I did have a question though about that within the comfortability thing. When did you guys like? Do y'all pay for things for your significant others? Like for like a bill, like a phone bill? No,
No.
not yet.
Haven't got there yet.
Damn,
Haven't
got
gotten
You
there.
got there?
Yeah.
He seems so sad.
Well, no, I got there. No, see, but what happened was I got there in the early stages of my relationship. I was willing to, and she didn't want to. So that's why I'm asking when would you guys think is appropriate to do that? Or do you think it should be? Because I was always angry. I was always mad that she wouldn't take it. I'll be like, yo, like, I want to pay for it. Why don't you take the money? Just take it. Like, it would save you some money. And she was like, nah, prideful thing, right?
Yeah.
Or woman prideful thing. So I don't know. When is it okay? When is it not? Like, when do you guys think is too soon?
So, I don't know.
Oh man,
When you're moved in with somebody,
Yeah.
that is, if Plotty and I were moving,
Moved in?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe,
I think so, yeah.
Well, yeah, right? Because you live.
Yeah, once you live with them,
Other, yeah.
then it's different, I think.
Yeah, you guys share the same space.
Look, he was like, I was nowhere close to that.
I mean,
I'm just confused there. Because what if you're with somebody for a long time and you don't
right,
live together?
exactly. For like,
What if you're with somebody for like 5 years and you don't live with them yet?
Yeah.
And you live in your own apartments?
exactly.
Like, you wouldn't extend your hand out to be like, yo, like, I'll pay for your phone bill or something like that. Or I'll pay for...
like for me at this point in our relationship, if Jade were to come to me and be like, yo, do you think you can help me? I'd be willing to do it. I don't know if in the early stages, like if somebody, but
It was something similar but different. When I first met Claudia, I was in a little bit of a financial struggle. I was dealing with a roommate that wasn't paying the rent, and then I was dealing with low income from my work just because we weren't as busy, and I worked for a corporation, so obviously I got more money. And I didn't. And I think you would try to extend your hand, not because I asked.
But that's different. I extended my hand, but if someone is asking, that's a whole different
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, so I get where B's coming from, where it's like, I know you're struggling, like, let me help you. Like, I don't mind helping
Right.
you. But if the person is like, yo, can you pay? Hold up. You know?
Well, that's
Like,
different, right? I'm not saying like,
Right.
yo, you have to. You know,
Right,
it's
that's
like-
no, but yeah. But in this, like, in our relationship right now, if she were to come to me,
You would.
I would. And
Jay,
I
would
would
you?
even extend.
No. No. I wouldn't know if I would let her do that to me. But
But-
if Claudia was struggling with something, then I probably would, yeah. If I was able to financially do it.
Okay. And what about you, Keith?
Yeah, I would.
Do you now?
No, I don't now. We don't.
But would you?
I would help if she needed,
And vice versa?
and vice versa. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think she would help you?
I think she would. Yeah. Why?
I think.
You think, or she would?
I'm more than I'm 99.9999% sure she was.
Hit her up and find out. Too bad your fucking phone's a piece, just a shit phone. Apple phones are shit. They don't work but make phone calls.
No, I'm pretty sure she would. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think she would. Yeah. If I needed help, sure.
So, why are you laughing, Claudia?
What's funny?
Because you don't seem too confident in that answer. I think. I don't think you're very confident in it.
Okay.
See, I think I started buying like early. I was able to help. Wanted to help, and I wasn't. And then now, when we moved in, I offered to do something, and she was like, "No." And I was like, "We live together now. Like, this is even more reason to let me do it." You know?
Were you doing it for the right reasons, or were you doing it to impress her?
No, I was doing it because you needed help.
Okay.
Oh, she needed?
Or I felt
Help
like
is
you
help.
need, or I felt like you needed help. Honestly, to me, it would be like it's not a problem for me to, and you would save or whatever, right? That's the way I look at it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing something for you, so you could save, right? Vice versa, if I needed something, then you could do it for me, and then I would be able to save. So that's the way I look at it, right? Because I don't share an account with her. Like, we don't have our money in the same bank, and we live together. We just don't, because everybody has their own.
Yeah,
you know,
that's your money.
Yeah, everybody has their
Yeah.
own money, so it's. But that's what I'm saying. Even when she wouldn't do it. It was a struggle to get her to do it when we weren't living together, and then it was a struggle when we got moved in together. Like, it was, you wouldn't take it either way. I guess pride, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So comfortability again. Do we often get? See, this is why it's difficult to have this conversation specifically with you guys. I'm not gonna lie, because the relationship is my relationship outlook is different from your guys' relationship outlook, right?
Yeah.
I live with my partner, so it's a little bit different, right? It's not the same. I can't be like, yeah, like, do you feel this way? Because the dynamic is different. So to me, certain things I'm comfortable doing because we've done it for so long in the household. So I think I've asked Claudia this, and I've asked Keith this, and now we have Jade here, so maybe Jade can give us a little insight on it. But how would you guys maneuver through that? How would you guys maneuver through, let's say Claudia wants to go out for the night, and you're living in the same household under the same roof, and Claudia wants to go out. You kind of are like, I want to stay back. I don't really want to go out. How does that conversation go between you guys, and how does the decision come about of whether you're coming or not? Like, walk me through that scenario. What happens in a situation like that? You too, so think about it.
So I'm going out with friends, right?
Yeah, whatever you're going out to do something,
Okay.
whether it be
So like a house gathering.
a house gathering or whatever.
You're personally invited, and you haven't told me what the plans were,
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
She's just coming. You're just gonna tell her to come,
Oh, okay. So you're invited.
and then.
Oh.
But you're not like, there's no confirmation, like there's nothing involved. It's just you're going out, and Jade doesn't really want to go out.
Got it. Okay.
How is that conversation going?
Oh.
Is Jade going out with you? Are you forcing her to go out with you?
No, Claudia. She would actually be like, "All right, we won't go out then."
Yeah, I'd
Really?
probably just be like, all right, well, just stay home.
What if you've never really wanted to do something
By yourself?
by yourself?
I have, but
Well, I've done it. I've done things by myself. Like, if I want to do something by myself, I'll do it by myself. I mean,
So in that
I've
instance-
I've gone to gatherings, and like, she's not, like, for instance, when we went out to eat, Jade wasn't able to.
But I couldn't.
Right,
go
but
out.
that's
That's different. See.
Oh, okay.
And then she's not living with you. This is what the scenario is.
Yeah.
You're living in the same household with this person.
Right. Mm.
Like, at some point, and you really want to go to this outing.
Well, if I
And
really,
Jade
really
and
wanna-
Jade and Jade is like I don't want to
The
go.
thing-
Styles.
The thing is, though, no, but the thing is that I'm a homebody, not gonna lie. I can stay home. So Jade actually encourages me to go out with friends when I'm like, I don't want to go. So
do it.
she probably would honestly be like, I don't want to go, but you should go ahead.
And so you would do it?
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, if it was the other way around, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be butthurt if she just left me.
Really?
Yeah. I'd be like, you're just leaving me, but then I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever, have fun.
But then I'm like, you're choosing to stay home and you're not choosing to
Right.
go. So
I've
you're
gotten in
choosing-
trouble for that.
Really?
Yes.
I know. I get it. So, but
Yeah.
be like,
I've gotten in trouble for that.
But
For
I'm not
saying
gonna-
those
yeah.
exact same words.
Yeah. If you don't want to come, that's not on me.
right. Yeah.
Right. That's how I feel, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
want to go.
No offense.
That
No,
sucks.
it's fine. I mean, I'm being honest. Like, I would feel a little butt hurt, but then I'd be like, whatever. It's true. I'm the one that doesn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
I just
Yeah.
killed an ant.
Thank you.
Sorry.
What?
I killed an ant
Yeah.
behind you, Keith. It's probably a bad idea to do that, but whatever.
It's okay.
Animal cruelty.
Whatever.
Insect cruelty.
Save the bees.
Insect cruelty.
Save the bees. That's all I care about. You, Keith, what would you do in a situation like that? You really want to go out. The boys are going out. Fantasy football night. Gonna be at a pizza joint somewhere. And then Alyssa doesn't want to go out.
I would go out still. Because I don't see you guys that often.
Would she be okay with that?
I would hope so. What's funny?
You don't think she would?
I think she would. A little bit, yeah. You know, a little bit would be like, But I
Be
think
a
she'll
little
understand.
butt hurt, but then she'll be like,
What
I
if
get
she's
it, I
like,
get it, I get
man,
it."
I don't want you to go. Like, I really want you to stay here tonight. I want to watch a movie. Maybe have some like dinner with you.
I still want to go though. What?
Keith is like,
I still want to go though.
I still want to go. Yeah.
You still want to go? You think she'd be okay with that?
Would you miss her a lot if she still said no? Like, would you still like think about her as often, or are you just like, okay, it's on you, and then just have fun? Because you have that guilt a little bit. I have that guilt too.
A little bit, but if I'm hanging with them, then it's different.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Romance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different when we hang out all together.
Yeah.
It's because it's hard for people to understand this sometimes. Keith and the boys, as we call them, we've had a relationship for a
Different.
very long time.
So it's different.
Pre anybody.
Yeah.
And so for us, that was like part of the rules we made up when we were made a brotherhood, I guess you could say, quote unquote, right?
Quote unquote, yeah.
The rules. It is.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like, you know, like a pact.
it's like a cult. I guess you could say it's like a cult, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
once you're in, you know, like the mafia. It's just once you're in and no way out. And that's exactly how it was. It's just different, and I get that. So I get in trouble for saying that, like
Really?
saying what Jay said. It's like it's your, you know, you don't want to go. It's like on you if you don't want to go.
We sure get mad at you for hanging out?
No, not with you guys.
Oh, not with us. She knows.
Yeah, not with you guys. But that's an understanding that took a while to get to. It wasn't an overnight thing.
Oh, it wasn't.
No.
So the first time it wasn't okay.
The first few times it wasn't okay.
Were you in the doghouse?
Yeah, I'm always in the doghouse. I live in the doghouse. My doghouse is a mansion. I'm always in the doghouse. I'm always in trouble for what I say. Again, speaking on comfortability, right? I think I'm comfortable with what I can and can't say in a relationship. And sometimes it backfires on me because then I realize that she's not really into everything I'm saying or whatever. So I think I've gotten, do you guys discuss like with your partners, all of you, Keith, Claudia,
Okay.
Jade, it's okay, Jade. Do you folks discuss with your partners like political, religious views at all?
I do. We don't agree sometimes.
You
but
don't?
No.
Does it turn into arguments?
It doesn't turn into arguments. It turns into her laughing at me. Because I laugh at, I laugh at most of the stuff in the world,
Yeah,
like political and religious stuff. I
don't care for it.
don't care for it, and she think it's funny that I don't.
But it doesn't lead to arguments.
No, it doesn't lead to arguments. No.
Wait till you live together.
Really?
Wait till you live together, and then you decide to have a kid, and then she's like, the kid should do this, and then you're like, no, the kid should not believe in this.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Yeah, because she doesn't believe in discipline, like physically. And, you know.
You want to beat the shit out of somebody.
Sometimes the belt may be needed.
Someone's ear.
Sometimes the belt may be needed.
My mom used to do that.
Do you folks discuss?
Yeah, we discussed political.
We didn't in the beginning.
At first, yeah, I know.
At first, because we didn't agree.
Yeah.
But now we do, and
Yeah.
she's actually,
Do you guys agree or do you guys still disagree?
we disagreed in the beginning completely.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree now?
Completely.
Can we know what you guys disagreed about?
I'm comfortable with it. Are
She's-
you?
I'm fine.
What
Go
did-
ahead.
I was a Trumpy.
Ah.
Yeah. I voted for him in 2016, and then started disagreeing with him a little by little, not really understanding much. I don't know. It was never really political. I just heard it from people. To be honest, from people. To be honest. But then things started happening. My eyes started opening up, and Claudia's kind of really been that light to show me. Because the thing is that like I'm in a suburb that's majority white.
Yeah.
So I don't see stuff like that often. So when I started having my eyes open, I was able to kind of see what my mom's been telling me this entire time
Right.
in just a different light. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But do you feel like you're wrong for voting for him?
Do I feel like I was wrong? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily. Do people who voted for Trump and bad people? I'm just saying you can vote for the guy.
I didn't think you were-
because you could just not like the other guy.
Are more patriotic people.
I didn't
but
think
they're
you're-
in a different light and not in the nicest way
From-
from
yeah.
majority.
The thing.
If that makes sense.
So the thing with Jade, where at the beginning I had the biggest issue, was that we would have discussions and she will literally say things that I'm like, exactly. Like, you're pro these things and you voted for someone who's completely
Not.
against it.
Okay.
And so then I understood that someone who lives in a bubble and hasn't been exposed to something other than that bubble of white and privilege will not understand anything outside of that.
What is
so
America?
when she became exposed to that, then she started to realize, like, oh shit, I get what you're saying. And then with I mean your mom, she's a Democrat.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
hates Trump, but again, this is coming from a white person. So Jade is like, what do you know about this?
Right.
Basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense, it's like, if I'm going to see it and I'm going to learn about it and I'm going to hear from it, I want to see it straight on, you know?
Well, my
But,
mom
yeah.
would even tell me, she'd be like, you're going against your own good. Like, you're voting against your own good, too. Just because I had a lot of people in my life, like, I didn't really have a lot of white friends. I am gay. And, like, a lot of these different aspects of it that it's like I'm voting. I love marijuana. Like, I don't see the opposite side doing good for me anymore. I guess it never really did good for me in the first place. I just was uneducated.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And that's something we were talking about too, I think, a couple episodes ago that you mentioned. It's like, why are people voting? Is it truly like they understand, or is it a level of ignorance from
Oh,
things?
yeah. We have talked about that. That's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic to have.
So yeah, we couldn't even talk about it in the car. I mean, I was just blind. I didn't think white privilege was a real thing. And then I found out white privilege is definitely a real thing. And it's terrible. It's
Keith wants to ask some questions.
No, because think about that. But that goes with, if you don't see it, then you don't believe it's real.
Exactly.
And think about, most of America is not populated like Chicago. It's more rural, like you were.
Right.
What do you think they're gonna think?
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to experience when your
experience
surroundings and
When your
environments.
surroundings isn't like this. Like, this isn't real. This is not happening in my town.
Right. And then my mom, she is a part of this 10,000 Moms group who they help people safely cross the border that are trying to seek asylum, like really bad situations. And she kind of started talking to me about what that group did and how she was able to contribute to a family who their little son is going to be my sister's wedding. Like it's very tight knit and everything. So I've definitely had my eyes opened.
Yeah. That's cool. I get into arguments about shit in my house all the time, specifically about religion. That's the one that strikes a chord.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Cher's not the most religious person. I probably shouldn't say her name. I'm gonna bleep it out. But yeah, she is more of a religious person than I am, and she's not the most religious person, and so that's where the conflict starts. At least for me, right? That's where the conflict starts, right? And I get it, right? There's religious people and there's not religious people, and there's some people who are kind of religious but not all the way religious,
Right.
and the way I think is different, right? The way I think is
You don't think it's a kind of thing?
right, and there's no kind of thing for that is what I'm saying. You can't be kind of something, and that's where a lot of the issues stem from, right? In comfortability, and so that leads to me being in a doghouse a lot, right, and sleeping on the comfortable couch, because I disagree, and I'm not. And that's what I tell her all the time. We disagree and we argue, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're right or I'm wrong or I'm right and you're like, it's none of that, right? It should be, and I feel like I should feel comfortable enough to be able to tell you how I truly feel without you jumping down my throat about it. And you can disagree, that's fine. Like I can disagree with you,
Right.
but to jump down my throat and vice versa, she feels like I jumped down her throat about the shit that I believe in, and so that's where issues stem, right? And I think you all will learn. Look at me talking like I'm some educated 65-year-old, right? When you all start to live with your partners and your significant others, it's gonna change a lot of things and dynamics in the relationship, right? It's some of it might be for the good, some might be a struggle, some might be an issue, right? That might have to get fixed. And I think that's where the relationship starts, right? That's where
Oh, really?
I think that's
So you think it's a preface? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Or preface?
Yeah, a preface. Yeah. I think that's the beginning of the relationship. When you finally move in with somebody, that's when it starts. I don't think it starts anytime before that.
Do
Right?
you think the partnership starts or like the
So
relationship
are we
itself?
technically single and then you start dating?
I mean, you can look at it that way, right? But that's where the real tests start. Is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where the real. You start to see the person,
Right, yeah,
right, for
no,
what
no,
they
no.
are, right? You start to wake up next to them and you see them every day.
What is your biggest lesson that you've learned living with your significant other? Biggest awakening?
Good question.
Compromise.
Ooh.
So it's a lot of compromise. It'll always be a lot of compromise.
So wait, so who gives in?
I'm willing to give in more.
Okay.
So I think that's the difference. I'm more flexible with what I'm able to want to or able to do, right? Like I'm willing to adjust to whatever you're trying to get me to adjust to. I don't think it works the other way around.
Okay.
Right? And that's gonna happen, right? There's not gonna be 100%. There is some things that she's done that she's adjusted to that I've brought into the relationship that she's had to adjust. Like some of the stuff that some of the things I believe in are very extreme, right? Very hard for people to understand. And even till this day, she still doesn't. She won't understand it, right? It's just things that I have in my mental that is never gonna be fixed. You just kind of live with it, and I'm telling you what it is, how I am, and how I feel, right? And so that's what I'm saying. It prepares you, and so I've learned to compromise. It's a lot of compromise in the relationship, right? In a household with somebody you truly love, it's gonna be a test, right? Because with compromise, you have to give up things you like or sometimes. You do.
How?
As
What?
crazy as that sounds.
What do you mean?
It
When
has
are you
to.
settling?
And that's what I'm saying, right? I've had this discussion, right? Like a lot of the stuff is, even a comedian I think said it. A lot of what relationship is I guess. Right?
What do you mean, I guess?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Right? Like,
I guess so?
yeah, like I guess so. A lot of it is I guess so. And a lot of it is a compromise. You're not going to get everything you want out of a relationship. That's when the relationship starts to fail.
Can I say this? I was listening to something and he said only 31% of problems in a relationship are actually solvable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that sound?
It's two complete different people.
Yeah, only 31% are actually solvable that you can actually fix.
It's because
Most of the time you can't really fix it and it's not going to.
and it's stupid shit sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it could be
dumb
small.
shit.
That's
Like the
dumb
colors of your fucking walls. You get what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
colors of
the
your
way it
walls,
organizes
the type of the type of vibe you want in your house, the type of what you want in your house. Like stupid shit like that is gonna be what you guys are gonna be arguing about. The way your fucking bed should be made, which way the bed should be facing, which way should it not?
We already argued
should,
about that.
should the toilet paper be facing this way when you pull it, or the opposite way when you pull it out? Like shit like that, like stupid shit like that, right? And I think I made it easier for her because I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I really don't. And we talked about this before. She says, I lived my life. What annoys her about the way I live my life, it's that it's some kind of like, okay. You know, like, that's what you want to do. All right. You know, it's more like very nonchalant.
You don't
not
really have an opinion.
like, I don't really care too much for it.
Okay.
I don't care to dictate. Like, I don't give a shit what color the bed sheets are. I don't give a shit what color the pillow casings are. I don't care that it's purple, black, blah, blah, blah. I don't care that there's, I don't care about none of that stuff. There's a lot of things I don't care about. And I think that's what it is. And that's not just with that. It's with life in general. I'm just very chill. I don't live my life planning every single thing of my life. Like, to me, it's just, I'll get there when I get there. I'll get there when I get there. And there's some things that I do plan, that I do take more seriously than others. But for the most part, my life is very nonchalant, I guess you could say. And hers is more, I want to plan ahead of time.
Yeah.
What do we want to do in the future? Or what do we, So we'll see how you guys do. I'm excited to see.
Why?
Wish us luck.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Because a lot of things change when you live in the same household. Hey man, let's go out right now. Like, blah, blah, blah. It'll be like 7:00 at night. There was no like it'll be stuff like that, and then it'll cause either an argument or it might somebody not care and they'll just be like, go ahead. But it's going to be a lot of, again, compromise, right? Because sometimes you're going to be like, man, I see you every day, but I still want to see you.
Right, yeah.
Are you going to compromise? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's compromising to things, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? You guys think you're ready to move in with each other? With your partners?
After, for me, I'm going to be honest, after the Tennessee trip, it confirmed to me that I am ready to take that next step whenever she's ready.
Yeah.
What about you, Jade?
I would. Yeah, I would.
So what's holding you guys back?
Financial reasons.
Okay, all right. That makes sense.
You want to go back to school. So it's just, there's a lot of different aspects. I want to move out really bad. But, I don't want to go and get someplace and then, you know what I mean? Like, move again. Like, I'd rather just stay in, my parents' home for now until, I'm
you're ready to
move out on my own or with you. Yeah.
What about you?
You're ready, because I know there's some stuff you want to do before you move out.
Yeah.
So when each other's ready. So you guys let each other know, because she said when you're ready, and then you said when she's ready, and it's never going to fucking happen.
It's all about compromise, right?
And then you're going to be like, oh, when are you going to tell me it's okay for us to move out?
I think if we could right now, if Claudia were to get her master's and she would have been set, and I guess I have enough money saved up with the business that I'm doing, I think we would take that next step.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're there yet. We are heading there.
Okay.
It is a path, the Yellow Brick Road.
Fair. What about you, Keith?
I got just about a month left. I don't have a choice.
And then you explained this to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of May.
You're getting a test drive.
Test drive, yeah.
Oh boy.
Are you excited? Nervous?
Yeah, I'm excited, yeah.
It's fun. The first
Have
couple.
you guys spent a week together at least? Okay, so you guys can handle each other.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
A month together nonstop.
Not a month, no.
6 months. 12.
That's when you should really
She
start
likes to be
counting the
home.
months down.
Damn, this person's still here.
Oh my God.
We're fucking 12 months in and they haven't left. You got
Wow.
a journal.
Yeah. She likes to be home, so.
I guess we'll see. It should be interesting.
I feel like Keith secretly likes to be at home unless it's with the boys.
I think Keith, likes to be.
Really like to be at
You're a
home?
homebody
Sometimes.
sometimes.
And this is with his girlfriend. You like to
Yeah.
go out with the boys too, though.
Yeah, I like to go out. I like to see people, but it can't happen as often as I want it to.
Well, tell me this. You'd rather go out, your girlfriend, some guy friends, your bros, or would you rather stay in?
I'd rather go out. Stay in alone or stay inside?
Just stay inside, stay alone, however you want to. You're
Not
just-
stay alone.
Okay.
So you need some company.
Yeah.
You need some company.
Okay.
You get lonely too?
Yes.
All right. I think we went overboard for sure.
We
Really?
did.
That's all right. I'll edit
That's
it.
how you know it was a good podcast.
Yeah, it was a good episode. That's how you know it was a good episode. It flew by and we talked about some shit. I'm excited for you guys though. I'm excited to see what my friends do. And so it's, I'm just excited to see. It's hard, man, but you guys, I have faith. I think we've all found our ones.
Yeah.
I
That I
think
do.
unless it's like a true narcissist, you will never know unless you live with them.
Yeah. So I think you folks seem like okay people. So
Thank you.
you guys, I have faith in you guys. You'll work it through. If I can work through the shit that I've been through, you guys can work through the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause I've been through some shit. But before we get out of here, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. And we're on YouTube, so go subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, we are your favorite podcast, and we are outie. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Yo.